My doctor was Dr. Kelsey for both of my pregnancies and deliveries, and he's wonderful. I joke he's so calm and zen, and he's exactly what you need in the heat of having the labor. But yet at the same time, he's very energetic and motivating and kind of your cheerleader all at one time. So he's amazing. He's the one that got me through both deliveries. My first one was 40 hours, 22 active hours of labor. My second one was 12 hours. They were both inductions. And you get to that point, you kind of hit a wall thinking, oh my gosh, am I going to be able to do this? Am I going to have an emergency C-section? And somehow his, confidence in you just pulled through, and they both came out natural and vaginally. So it was a great experience. He was very informative, and I'm a nurse, so he spoke in medical terms for me, but my husband is not at all medically inclined, so he, brought it down to lay terms and explained things very detailed. He was very educated about any kind of question we had. Both of my babies are very large for my 5'2" frame. I had an 8-pound, 8-ounce baby and an 8'6". So my biggest question was, am I going to be able to do this? And right away, absolutely, you can do it. It's going to be fine. You can have natural, you can do a vaginal delivery. Up till the point of having my first one, he was very reassuring. He would do extra ultrasounds just because the baby was so big. They wanted to make sure that everything was going accordingly. He was very in tune to our plan. For my first one, I was induced because he was such a large baby, and they didn't want me to go past my due date, which he ended up going past with the induction even. But the whole time through, Dr. Kelsey, it was my call. Do I want the epidural? How do I feel? Always check to see comfort level up. And to that point, I had a spring baby and a summer baby, and it was very hot both years that I delivered. So that was always, checking for swelling, things like that. At the actual delivery, I did choose to have an epidural for both of them. And then for the second time around, they couldn't get the epidural to go, and that was A-okay. I was dilated at a 6 at that point. It progressed to an 8 very quickly, to a 10, within minutes. And Dr. Kelsey was there the whole way through and always said, are you comfortable? Are you okay? So it was nice to know that I had a lot of different options. My second delivery, my little girl, it was during the Olympics that I had her, and her arm presented out first, which was a little scary. But rest assured, he got her positioned properly. She was doing her beauty queen wave as she was coming out. Without having an epidural, the experience was fine. I think, I tell him all the time, I'm like, I think you're like a yoga instructor on the side, because he just makes you feel so calm. You get in that zone, and a miracle happens, and you bring those babies into the world.